Hi there Cancer, welcome back to Wild Lotus Tarot. This is going to be your singles love reading for September. So Cancer, let's see what comes up. You know, it's a general message, but we will see what presents itself in the cards. So I'm going to begin with the Journey of Love Oracle. We will then go to the tarot story and we'll pull some romance angels at the end to finish off. So just pulling the love messages for Cancer for September. Cosmic Butterfly. Wow, okay, you know, for me, really Cancer, you know, what does the butterfly does? It starts to unfold, it starts to bloom, it starts to, you know, it comes out of the cocoon. So some of you might be starting to come out of the cocoon, maybe after a period of healing in love, maybe after a period of singledom. For me, that cocooning stage is very much like the Hermit energy, and maybe you're starting to re-emerge, you know, you're starting to feel that fire of passion burning again and getting ready to get back out there. In the dating game, you might have someone you've already got your eye on. Sorry guys. Let's get one more. Messages for Cancer. Drop into your heart. Wow, it's a beautiful message there, Cancer. I mean, a lot of us, you know, these days have become quite disconnected from our heart and we're really living in the mind, you know, that top 3 inches, you know, where we're in the ego, in the stories, in the scripts, the past scripts that maybe we've been hurt in love, we don't deserve love, we're not good enough for love, we're not beautiful enough for love, all of those kinds of things. If we drop into the body, if we drop into the heart, that is when we can quieten those scripts and we can really start to attract from that place of our true essence, our higher self. So that is a message for some of you, you know, dropping into that heart energy, letting go of any of the stories, the scripts, the victim mentality, anything like that we carry. It's time to be authentic now and to tune into your own intuition and wisdom. All right, Cancer, let's get the cards out for your love story. A snapshot in time for Cancer singles. Queen of Swords, seeing the big picture, maybe seeing the truth, maybe making some clear decisions to cut people, things out of your life that don't suit anymore. You might be completing a major cycle, major karmic cycle here. Key is going to be letting go, Cancer. Oh, what were we talking about, guys? With that cocooning phase, the flying solo, the Hermit. Here it goes, showing itself in all the glory. Time to close out a cycle. I feel that, you know, I talked about the mind, and I actually had a session with a really good girlfriend the other day who's a long-term recovering alcoholic, and she told me about the top 3 inches, which I said before, from the AA program, and that just got me thinking, well, that's the principle that we talk about as well, like getting out of the mind, getting out of the top 3 inches. That's where all the swords start stacking against us. That's where our mind gets the better of us, and it's time to drop into the heart. Judgment, the world. Guys, this is a massive shift. I already know what's at the bottom of the deck, but I'm ready to show you now. Look at that. The Sun. Most positive card in the tarot deck, guys, and it really says that the worst is over and whatever you've been journeying. So I feel like some of you are recovering from a hurt. You might say, oh, that's cliche, but hurts in love come in so many different forms. It's not necessarily because somebody up and left us or cheated on us. It can be just that we had to part ways with somebody amicably who just didn't meet our expectations, we didn't meet theirs, and we realized after investing a lot of time and effort and energy that they just weren't our person, right? So for lots of different reasons, we end up flying solo like the Hermit, right? And I feel like, as I was saying, with that what's it called? The Cosmic Butterfly. Yeah, Cosmic Butterfly card, that some of you have been in that cocooning stage for quite a while, either to recover from hurts in love or to seek the wisdom of how to move forward in the path of love, and to try and get some questions and answers for what you've journeyed in the past. I mean, the Hermit, that's what he does. He seeks the wisdom inside, goes internally into the body, out of the top 3 inches, into the heart, and finds those answers within. Now, the Hermit to me says that, you know, some of you have been single, maybe alone, maybe felt a little alone as well for a period of time. But you could be dealing with a Virgo, just saying. Generally, the cards that sit at the bottom row are for your person, so that is a possibility as well. But some of you might have been going through this cocooning or healing stage for 9 weeks, 9 months, and 9 years. We have 2 number 9s in this reading here. So the thing is about the Hermit is the more the Hermit seeks the answers, you know, that star energy, you know, that burns in that lantern, it starts to burn brighter, and that's what illuminates the path forward. Now, the star energy, the reason why I was pausing there is I was like, okay, so much I want to say about that. The star energy is the energy of healing, recalibration, and rebirth. So you're getting ready to, you know, go through this emergence as the cosmic butterfly, you know, getting back there out in the game with a higher vibration, ready to, you know, attract that kind of partner that you desire. So that's what I'm seeing there, guys. And the Queen of Swords for me is the insight, the illumination, the revelation that you're getting through this Hermit journey, because the Queen of Swords is about seeing the big picture, and she's all about connecting the dots in hindsight and understanding why things played out as they did to lead you to where you are now. Like, I do believe that, you know, in our hurts and our traumas and all of these disappointments, there is gifts, because it's leading us to somewhere greater. You know, the sun is guiding us somewhere else. So the Queen of Swords also can mean like you're making a final decision, a final judgment call to maybe cut someone or something out of your life that might be holding you back on your journey to love. Drawing clear boundaries. Maybe, you know, you were someone in the past and they're trying to come back in, and you know that they're not good for you. We draw the boundary, right? And that's where we have the victory. And I've just realised this after talking about the cosmic butterfly and the cocooning. Look at this on the crown of the Queen of Swords is the butterfly motif, because she's a symbol of transformation. It's through seeing the big picture, through holding our boundaries, communicating clearly with truth, that we start to transform our situation. So things are transforming for you, Cancer, in love. And you're on the journey. So this month, you know, Tarot of Spirit is asking you to close out that cycle for good, the one that kept you in the top 3 inches, the one that kept you in the stress and the anxiety and the depression. Anxiety and depression can be symptomatic of trauma. I'm not just saying that, like making that up. I have worked with mental health experts, and you know, so we really need to address the base of where that comes from. And that might mean that we need to really dig into a cycle of the past and work through it and clear it and really complete that, right? Because otherwise it stays with us and we get drawn into the anxiety of it. So the Nine of Swords is the energy of the stress, the tension of what kind of keeps you up at night. And with a 9, the thing is that it's, with the 2 9s in this reading, it's very close to the end. It's very close to completion. 10 is the completion. In this reading, the world and the final judgment are the completion. So we want to get out of the sitting in the I can't quite let this go energy. Yeah, but what I see here is the Queen holds 1 sword. This is the 9 of Swords. Together they make a 10 of Swords ending. And there might be something that you're not wanting to look at because it's painful, because 10 of Swords endings can be painful. However, you know, once we kind of rip that band-aid off or see the truth, Queen of Swords, see that missing information, see things for what they are, that's when we can move on to the new beginning, because a completion is the first stage of the new beginning as well. So I'm gonna come back to the world. I'm gonna do these 3 together. So here we go, the first part of the outcome. It's time for final judgment. There is a sense that, you know, liberation from the situation, letting go of the past, is going to release you from that hermit stage, from that cocoon, because there's a sense that maybe you were in it for long enough and it's at the stage where it's constricting you, and it's, you know, it's stopping you from being out there and attracting new love as well. So it's time to release the past, to rise above it, to liberate, as vulnerable as you're feeling at the moment. The Judgment is also the card of second chances. Is there a second chance for anyone to be given? Or do you need to forgive and forget and move on? This is most definitely a karmic contract that's coming to an end with these two cards. And these two cards in the Major Arcana are the last Major Arcana and the second to last Major Arcana. So the final judgment comes before completing the cycle and jumping through that Saturnian hoop into your next one. So the question is, Cancer, are you ready to release the karmic cycle? Because I feel like you've learned everything that you needed to from this. The warning bell here is going to be, don't hold on, because you can see that through holding on, you're keeping yourself small in that constricted posture, right? And we're ready to liberate. And I feel that whatever this is, the situation, this hurt, the self-limiting belief in love, it's maybe affected your foundation. 4 is a foundational energy in tarot. So we need to release that and build a new foundation. The thing is that you've got 2 cards of victory here, the Queen of Swords, the World. The World energy is the card of you've arrived, you've made it to the end of this cycle. So release it with grace, be like the dancer and go with effortless flow into your next chapter, because look what's waiting for you. The Sun, the card of Leo. There might be a Leo waiting in the wings for you. But the Sun is the most positive card in the tarot deck, and it says that, you know, you have overcome the worst of this challenge and you're being reborn. You've got 2 cards of rebirth here, the Hermit and the Sun energy. And it's time to move on to a positive new chapter here. You know, you've literally gone through the brick wall here. And the Sun as an energy is that light that shines into the darkest corners, into our shadows, and begins to illuminate the path forward. So I feel like this is kind of a love reading hybrid, guys, because I'm really feeling like you are closing a past cycle that relates to love, and it's really all in that final judgment, all in that that liberation that is going to allow you to move forward to the abundance, the happiness, the true love that you desire. And yes, for some of you it could be with a Leo. So guys, let's pull some romance angels to finish off. I actually really love this message for you though, it's very positive. What have we got here? Well, first of all, separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Well, I think that's what we've journeyed in the past and we're healing from. It is safe for you to love. Open your heart, drop into your heart, to give and receive the highest energy of all. How can we, truly, love another and receive love if we're not operating from our heart ourselves? One more. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your spiritual path and upbringing. Well, I mean, Judgment is a card that's quite a spiritual energy, as is the Hermit as well. Maybe that's what the message was. You might have just got to a point where your values didn't align, and that's why it's with such a heavy heart that maybe you had to move on from that past relationship. Getting one more. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. This is what's coming in the future, guys. Passion. Allow your heart and soul to sing with joy. Well, that's the energy of the Sun for me. You're moving into a time of passion, after clearing whatever this past situation is for you. Okay, Cancer, I'm going to leave it there, and I do hope you found this guidance useful. Do keep in mind it's a general reading for the collective. It won't be everyone's reading. That's fine. If you're called to share, please do leave me a comment. I read each and every one, and I try to respond to as many as I can. Helps me get to know you guys and connect with your energy, and I'll see you back here throughout the month for plenty more readings.